Hi, well, it's the 9th of August 2022. As we speak, Venus in the sky is at the end of Cancer, and Pluto in the sky is at the end of Capricorn. Venus will be opposite Pluto over the coming few hours. The moon in the sky is in mid Capricorn, early mid Capricorn, and tomorrow it will be conjuncting Pluto later tomorrow and early the next day. And so we're going to have this moon, Venus opposite the moon conjunct Pluto. And I've just been watching this over the last few days. And in my teachings with my students, I've been dealing a lot with stuff around the dark feminine. And I want to look at stuff around, I don't know, Princess Diana, Nancy Pelosi, that type of stuff in the next few days. In the Greek mythology, as most people have it, Pluto abducted Persephone into the underworld, snatched her from her mother Demeter's protection. More modern version of the same mythology suggests that Pluto rescued his sister Persephone from the evil mother Demeter, who was trying to control her daughter. Myths being what they are, it's easy to translate them whichever way is popular in the current vogue. But there is this notion of Pluto taking the female innocent into the underworld when he only allowed her to return after impregnating her, at which point Persephone then chose to stay half the time in the overworld and the majority of the rest of the time in the underworld with Hades, giving birth to the mythology around the seasons, around sowing and reaping. As we speak, with Pluto being at the end of Capricorn, those people born at the end of Cancer, the 18th, 19th of July, and those people born at the end of Capricorn, those people born around the 18th, 19th, 20th of January, you're really under Pluto's eye at the moment. And the thing is, with Venus now opposite Pluto over the last 48 hours now and the next 36 hours, this is like the pimple on top of the boil. It's like a microcosm of all that Pluto's doing. And in this last day or two, I've been dealing with a lot of people who have been getting a lot of difficult Pluto transits at the moment. And with Venus opposite Pluto in the sky now, it's almost as if we're in the middle of it is as if we're in the middle of a 4-day period where all of the plutonic experiences at this time around the obsessive and the compulsive, the intense and the extreme, but also, of course, the transformative, the regenerative, the rebirthing, are all at a kind of peak of intensity at the moment, especially when dealing with issues of the dark feminine and one's own femininity, regardless of gender. With the moon in the sky, about to move into the latter stages of Capricorn, this speaks of a potential for things to become suddenly escalating, suddenly hitting a point where everything's going to kind of be, well, it can be a sledgehammer or it can be a homeopathic laser. It's going to reach a point where come tomorrow, 24 hours from now, 36 hours from now, when the moon is on top of Pluto and opposite Venus, there's either going to be a massive outpouring of emotion, and a lot of people are going to get very emotionally upset, and there's going to be a lot of talk of extremism and the intensity and crises of what's going on. And yet at the same time, there's some people who are going to go, right, I'm now going to take action. Not in a way that's mercenary, because Pluto is often associated with mercenary behaviour, which I dispute, because Pluto has a feminine side. It is the dark feminine. And mercenary is not in its lexicon, because mercenary is cruel and callous. Pluto is ruthless, not mercenary. Ruthless is not cruel. It's just yes, no, black, white. And those of you who are going through difficult Pluto transits at this time, in this next 24 to 36 hours, if you're willing and if you're able, well, no, you're all able, if you're willing to make decisions that are based on yes, no, black, white, you can lance the boil. You can bring to an end this last 6 months of manipulative, dominating, controlling behaviour, whether it's coming from you or towards you. You can bring everything that's subversive and coercive to the surface and purge and detox and cleanse and eliminate. Or you can allow the poison to fester, and Pluto will continue to have its unhealthy way with you from now to the time where Pluto leaves these degrees around about January of next year. Thing is, right now, it's that point. It's the pimple on top of the boil. If you're brave enough to go for the purging and detoxing, it's going to hurt because all growth is painful. And if you're expelling poison, the poison isn't going to want to leave and it's going to hurt as it leaves. But when it leaves, you'll feel cleansed, purged, pure, free. Having been through Pluto opposite my sun in the course of my life, I'm well aware of how extreme Pluto can be. I'm also aware of how invulnerable it can make you afterwards. So for those of you going through difficult Pluto transits, this next 36 hours is critical. Either take some hard choices, either act and be incisive, or react, in which case the problems are going to last a lot longer. Catch you later, world. Bye.